All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Good morning, millionaires. We getting this party started. My name's Zeke Ali. If you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on Facebook, and this is a replay, give me a replay, gang. Let them know we in the house. You know, we do this 7 days a week, y'all. We are all just works in progress. We all try and go further, faster, with less effort. I'm just one of the people here to help us do it. Take a little bit of what I picked up along the line, what I picked up along the way on my journey, and I'm trying my best to lighten your load. Make it so maybe you can get to where I'm at a little bit quicker. You know what I mean? We kind of messing up if we can't get there quicker. You know what I mean? It's messed up if Dr. J making the same, if LeBron James making the same amount of money as Dr. J. That don't make sense. We standing on the shoulders of giants, y'all. And how tragic if we don't even access all the knowledge we got. I see all my millionaires checking in this morning. Good morning, good morning. Trisha's in the house. What's up, girl? Okay. Shania up in here. Mr. Terry, good morning, good morning. Let them know what kind of business you have. This is Free Coaching Fridays, so that means it's time for us to kind of talk a little bit about business. We've been kicking it about mindset most of this week. We had some really cool, we had some really dope trainings this week, though, right? Were y'all able to catch many of them? I don't know how many of them. Who was here all 5 days this week? Who was here Monday through Thursday? If you've been here 4 days straight, let me see 4 days straight in the comments. If you've been here 4 days straight. I think Vivian might have been here all 4 days, huh, Vivian? Good morning, good morning. Allie in the house. Who was here all 4 days this week? Anybody remember everything that we covered? Man, we covered some cool stuff, y'all. I don't know if y'all caught it, but we had some real cool stuff this week. Check it out, y'all. On Monday, we did this training on 9 ways that entrepreneurs can build mental strength. It was almost like exercises we gave you. Y'all remember that? That one was pretty cool. Because, you know, it's amazing how there are simple things that we can do every day that'll help us become more powerful, right? It'll help us become more in control, help us to become more influential. So we talked about that on Monday. If you didn't see that, make sure you go through the YouTube channel and check it out. And then we took a break on Tuesday, so that replay isn't available. But we did this whole training on empathy and why empathy is your superpower. I don't know who caught that one, but that one was really good. Then on Wednesday, we talked about 5 reasons that you never thought of, that you need to be working on strategic alliances a lot more. Anybody remember that? A lot of people don't realize how much their business is being held back by their lack of strategic alliance. A lot of people don't even know, man, but we talked a lot about that on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, it was cool because we went ahead and gave you a little heart set. We talked about all these different ways to love on yourself, right? All the way to your biggest goals. We talked about how to love yourself all the way to your biggest goals. And so that was Thursday. In one word, how you feeling this morning, millionaires? I'm about to call in on the live line. But in one word, how you feeling this morning? Let me see it in the comments. In one word, how you feeling? How you feeling this morning, baby?
You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you in the right place. Please enter your...
All right.
Thank you. Please announce
Share
yourself.
this training with somebody, y'all. This is always more exciting.
All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
The more
entry and exit tones are off.
This is always more exciting the more people that we have participating. How's everybody feeling this morning? Okay. Good. Okay, ready, determined, progressive. I love that. What's your one word? How you feeling right now? We'd love to hear it. This is Free Coaching Friday, everybody. Good morning, millionaires. If you joined on the live line, my name's Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration coach. That means I help you make more money. I invite you to hold me to it. You know, don't let me be like one of these people that just tell you something and then you can't even make me stick to it. If you don't make more money watching this, then I'm doing something wrong. So let me know how I can help you. Free Coaching Friday is literally based around the 7 revenue acceleration principles that we use. They came to me the hard way. Life ain't been no crystal stair. But now, even though I might be messed up in a whole lot of areas, right? Even though I might be a work in progress in a whole lot of ways, this is one thing I'm good at. You know, this is like one of my superpowers. I can make stuff that seems really complex seem really, really simple. And so this morning we are covering what we call the revenue acceleration cycle. So if you are on the live line and you want to vibe out with us, *6 will unmute your line. You are definitely welcome to participate. *6 will unmute your line. If you have a question and you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can just unmute yourself. If you're on Clubhouse, you can raise your hand, right? And regardless, we're going to be in this together. What's up, Taisha? Checking in. Taisha checking in from YouTube. You got to love that. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's right, Tabina. That's exactly right. All right, so check it out, y'all. What we'll do first is kind of take it to some of the questions that came in through email. I love the fact that y'all are starting to get this email thing down. We had one question that came in where she was a hairdresser and she was like, I do hair. You always say that this revenue acceleration thing works for any business. How could it work for me as a hairdresser? What does it, how does the revenue acceleration cycle apply if I work at a hair salon? I own a hair salon and I want to get more money coming in. You say you help with that. What you got for me, Haziq? So I love that question right there. Thank you for writing it in. Obviously, they must want to stay anonymous or they would have waited until the actual Friday. Maybe they're going to watch this replay and they can't get here. I don't want to assume. But check it out. The revenue acceleration cycle is perfect for any kind of business. If you look in the caption here, you'll see where we wrote it out. But it goes leads, meaningful conversation, appointments, presentations, conversion, follow-up, and upsell. So those are the 7 pieces of it. And then at the upsell, you start back over with the leads because now everybody that you've already sold to is now a lead for your upsell, right? So let's look at that for a hairdresser. First, leads. Who needs to get their hair done, right? Now, we can go crazy and say everybody in a certain demographic. We can say everybody in a certain psychographic. We can say everybody in a certain geographic. What I mean is, okay, you know, if I'm looking for leads, am I going to do it based on how they think? Am I going to do it based on their characteristics that nature has given them, what we call demographic? Or am I going to give it to them based on where they live? A lot of times with a hairdresser, maybe it's based around geographic, which is where they live. Maybe it's based around psychographic, how they think. So maybe if I'm looking to attract better leads, I make myself the spot you come to before you go to the club. Or if I'm trying to get more leads and I notice that I'm on the block with a wedding dress shop, maybe I'll link up with them and I say, hey, let's come up with a beautify yourself package. And I'll link up with the dress shop. I'll link up with the esthetician, right? And we come up with a package that gets that bride ready for her big day, right? Now I've got more quality leads because I have more of a quality focus on who exactly I want to serve. The next one is meaningful conversation. Maybe I'm talking to my clients about what their lifestyle is like. Maybe I'm suggesting hairstyles that'll last a little bit longer. Maybe I'm suggesting hairstyles based upon their lifestyle. Maybe I've got this kind of suggestion for this age group, this kind of suggestion for this age group, this kind of suggestion for this kind of profession. But that's going to come from my meaningful conversation. Appointments is natural in a hairdresser shop. I'll tell you what they did in the dentist. Man, we just now spent a lot of time in the dentist this week. It's so funny. Me, you know, my lady, my son, you know what I mean? A couple other people in my life all spent hella time in the dentist. You know what they did from that appointment? They did not let you walk out that thing till they set the what? Next appointment. What about you? What about you? How good are you at setting appointments as a hairdresser? You know they're going to need another hairdo in 2 or 3 weeks. Are we setting the appointment there? Are we giving them a discount if they agree to set it then, right? Are we entering them in that month's raffle because they set their appointment on time and then they show up? You know, maybe we're raffling off a flat screen because we realize that missed appointments, if we can get more people to keep their appointments, then we can fit more appointments in a day. That means we can make more money. So maybe we give away something that is less than the amount of money we'd save, but still will help us to increase. From there, we go to presentations. Well, what is your presentation like? What are you doing to make sure that you, for instance, post them on Instagram? If I'm a hairdresser, my whole Facebook page is going to be full of these magical displays that I'll put out there, right? I'm going to have videos about how to do it. I'm going to have videos about how you can save money doing this part at home, how you can knock this out really easily. I'd be doing trainings on how you can teach your daughter to do her own hair, simple hairstyles that a teenager can do, or you know, I'd be killing them with the presentation. After that, if I was a hairdresser, is this making sense to everybody so far? Y'all getting something from this? If you're getting something from this, somebody say revenue. Somebody say revenue if you're getting something from this. The next thing I would do after that, right, is the conversion is pretty simple. You know, but maybe I'm converting them on something a little bit bigger, like this come once a month package. Maybe I'm locking them in for a year. And maybe by me locking them in for a year, I give them a payment plan or something like that. And they can pay on it, right? They pay the one lump sum. They're locked in for the year, one appointment a month. And now I'm getting more out the game, right? With my conversion. Then there's follow-up. Hey, girl, you know, in 1 week, your appointment is coming up. You know, I just wanted to make sure you're on point. Make sure you bring this with you. Make sure you bring this. And don't forget about our raffle this month, girl, if you're on time, right? And then the last one after that is upsells. What can I do to upsell as a hairdresser? Well, what are the other things they're going to need after they get their hair done? They're going to need somebody to do their eyelashes, right? She may need someone to do her makeup, right? She may need someone to, you know, maybe suggest a few accessories for her night out. You know, we can't be seen in the same accessories the gram already saw, right? So maybe there's something there because maybe I carved out that niche of people that are going to the club. So that would be upsells. Was this helpful? If that was helpful, somebody say helpful. Okay. I see the revenues coming in. Okay, y'all was with me. I ain't going too long, huh? All right, it's your turn. Anybody got a question? Y'all want me to take it to another one? Y'all want me to take it to another one from the email? Good morning, millionaire. Good, Shalonda. Good. Man, I was telling Jamal because we was talking about something. I was like, bro, were you there yesterday? Like, it was such a good class for something that Jamal was just now talking to me about. Good. All right, *6 will unmute your line, or if you're on Clubhouse, raise your hand. Tonight at 7 p.m., hopefully, cross your fingers, I may have a special guest that's helping me do the set reveal, but we're doing this set reveal at 7 p.m. and can't wait to see you guys there. We really are trying our best to improve, not just from the inside, but also from the outside with our presentation and our branding and stuff. And I'm so thankful to, you know, Miss Narissa Reeves. Y'all know her as Professor Honey. I'm so grateful for what you guys are about to see this evening. You know, I want you to know that, like, if you need something designed, you may want to holler. But you'll see what I mean tonight at 7 p.m. All right, raise your hand if you have anything that you want to share. Raise your hand if you have anything that you want to share. If you have any question. Okay, my question is about accountability. What does accountability look like? How do you make accountability work? It's very easy to point out that another person or even myself hasn't completed something or even started. What are the steps of accountability? How does a person move past the announcement of you didn't do X, Y, Z? What are the actions of accountability? What a powerful question. Accountability is one of the mandates of leadership. a lot of times we will give out all kinds of jewels and whatnot, but that's right, Tony. We'll give out all kinds of jewels, right? But then if we don't follow up to make sure that we are helping them to create the new habit, it's almost like we wasted our breath. So, Ms. Williams, I'm not sure what kind of business you're referring to or what kind of task you're trying to hold somebody accountable with, right? But one thing I can say is that it's about you building a routine. So one way that we suggest you have an accountability group in our world, right, and maybe this will help you, is we suggest that you have a meeting with 7, before I even go there, Ms. Williams, do you have a home-based business, or what kind of business do you have? What kind of business do you have, Ms. Williams? Can you let us see it in the comments if you get a chance? What kind of business are we talking about? Because you're talking like a boss. You know, it sounds like you're saying that you're organizing your team and all of that. But I'm just curious what kind of business you have. So while we're finding that out, because I'll tell you about how we do it with a home-based business. So you would gather like a bunch of your inner circle of leaders. You say like, well, how do I know if they're my inner circle of leaders? You know, how do I make sure I don't waste a bunch of time? Well, you give them a test. Okay, you give them a test. So if this is your inner circle of leaders, then maybe you hit them with something like, hey, so I want you to read this book right here and get back with me in 3 days. Most of them are going to be like, what? Oh, I didn't get a chance, bro. I didn't get a chance to do this. I didn't get a chance to do that. But one of them out of maybe 100, right, is going to be like, man, I did it. And I woke up early this morning. Maybe we could go to breakfast before work so we could discuss the book. That's your person, right? Now, I'm not saying it'll all be that extreme, but you pick out a few of your winners, no more than 7. So that way you can keep this accountability group nice and small. And then what you do is you ask them literally, what was their results on the simple activity they were supposed to do? Maybe it was make a couple calls. Maybe it was say a couple sentences. Maybe it was give their quick little presentation. Who knows what it was, right? But if there were 2 activities, you ask them, what did they do? How did it go? And then tell me something good that happened in your business this week. The reason you want them to tell you something good that happened is because everybody else that's listening starts to understand that some miserable stuff can happen, but then some really cool stuff can happen. And that's what keeps us going as human beings, y'all. The idea that things can get better. And so that's what you want to do as a leader. You want to make it obvious that things can get better. The thing about accountability, y'all, is you're absolutely right. It's always really easy to point out that somebody else didn't complete something. But let me tell you what's better. Realizing that nobody says monkey talk, monkey listen. That's not how this world works. They go monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do. Does that make sense? Monkey see, monkey do. And sometimes that can work bad. Like sometimes angst can be contagious, or if you're kind of annoyed. But then also what can be contagious is laughter. Somebody ever start laughing and you don't even know what they're laughing about, but then you just start laughing? It's amazing how energy works, right? You can literally create this vibration by you doing it first. You smile at somebody, they smile back, right? If you frown at somebody, they frown back. They can't help it. It's mirror neurons. So part of this accountability thing is just showing them, making the desired behavior the normal behavior. So how do you do that? You give a lot of light to the people that did do it right. Lay off the kind of being hard on the people that didn't do it right. But what you're heavy on is the light on the ones that got it right. What you're heavy on is looking for stuff to brag about, looking for stuff to celebrate, right? It's funny. I brought up Jamal earlier today. I told him with his accountability group, what if you had a contest where every week the winner, everybody had to post their profile pic in their Facebook page with a little story about, hey, this is my teammate. They won the contest, so I had to do this. I lost the bet, right? Now all of a sudden everybody's fighting for it, but it's something deeper than money. It's fun. Now it's friendly competition holding each other accountable. So when you say what are the steps, I would say the steps are forming a routine, making sure you have like a weekly time, making sure you keep the group small and just the people who ain't bad apples. Because if you put all your leaders in there and here's some lazykins, then the lazykin may affect all of the people that's about it, you know? So you want to make sure you're just picking the people that's about it if you're going to go so far as to hold them accountable. And then from there, make sure that you celebrate the good and let that energy permeate everything. Because eventually the rest of the people, if you can get them to keep showing up, if you don't piss them off, if you don't make them mad about even coming, eventually what will happen is they're going to want to celebrate. They're going to want to be celebrated. They're going to want to have something to mention. Did this help? Did this help, Queen? If this was helpful, somebody say accountability in the comments. If that was helpful, somebody say accountability. Don't forget, you can push *6 and unmute your line if you are on the Millionaire Mind line. And if you are rocking with us on Facebook or YouTube, you can just put your question in the comments. It is 7:48. We making pretty good time. Y'all enjoying this so far? Y'all enjoying this so far? You can raise your hand on Clubhouse, *6 will unmute your line. We got about 12 minutes till affirmations. Anybody, what's your next question? Good morning, Millionaire. Let me go through here and okay. Nice, Miss Williams. Okay, I love that. Check it out. All you do is go to your training website and read those couple simple sentences for appointments. It's called a couple simple sentences. I promise you, Miss Williams, make that champion club list of 50 people and call them and say those sentences. And I give you tips constantly on making money on Millionaire Minded. If you go to millionaireminded.com and join the newsletter, every week you're getting really cool tips about how to grow your business. I'm going to send something out today reminding everybody about this, but you're always going to get really cool tips about your business. So, but if you call them, listen, you can just call people in your family and Shania, you can be like, hey, who do you know that has a part-time job and a full-time job? They're going to name you some people. You call them. Hey, I heard you had a full-time job and a part-time job. They're going to be like, yeah, you want to get rid of one of them? And they're going to be like, yeah, well, cool. We can't talk about it right now. But listen, how's 7 p.m. tonight or 3 p.m. tomorrow? You give them two choices. It's so easy. It's so easy. The hard part, as any musician can tell you, is taking the violin out the case. Taking the violin out the case. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? That's the hard part. All right, so another question that we had was, how do I market on cold media without being creepy? How do I market on on cold media without, how do I market on social media without being creepy? How do I cold market on social media without being creepy? That was their question. How do I cold market on social media without being creepy? Everybody with me? So we all got social media. Some of you are watching me on social media right now. You're watching me on Facebook, right? By the way, please watch the replay on YouTube. Yeah, you know, I'm glad that you're here because you're here however you got here. But please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's Millionaire Minded TV. But I digress. Millionaires, your job ain't to prejudge people. Your job ain't to prospect and see who would be a real good teammate. Right now, I'm talking to all my home-based business owners. I'm talking to everybody who has a, business that they run from home and they making it happen with a phone and a computer and some internet. You hear me? What I'm saying to you, right, is that your job ain't to prejudge. Your job ain't to see if somebody's going to be a real good prospect for your team. Your job ain't to go after people you think are going to be successful. None of that's your job. You know what your job is? Your job ain't even to close people. Your job is to see if they're open. Somebody give me that in the comments. My job is just to see if they're open. Give me that in the comments. Your job ain't to close people, even though I teach closing. Your job ain't to figure out how to get the best, even though I teach that. Your job is just to see if they're open, if you want to get financially free. I hate to say rich because some people don't believe that when I say it out loud. But if your goal is to become financially free, I'm telling you something real right now. I'm telling you something real. Your job is just to see who's open. Your job is to be addicted to your activity, not their response. Can somebody give me that in the comments? Can you write that in your notes? If you're rocking with us on Clubhouse, my job is to be addicted to my activity, not their response. Millionaires, when you carry the energy of I've got to close somebody, Oh my God, I got to make this sale. Not only I got to close somebody, but I got to close somebody and make sure they're good. You're carrying too many expectations, and too many expectations leads to disappointment. Eradicate all of that. All I'm doing is seeing if he's open. All I'm doing is seeing if she's open. I don't know if they're going to be good. I'm not God. All I'm doing is seeing if they're open, if they're going to be great, if they're going to suck, if they're going to say yes, if they're going to say no. I don't care. I'm just seeing who's open. Somebody hear me? So, if you were to put me on a brain monitor and you see me talking to people, whether it's in real life or social media, if you were watching my brain, right, and it's just doing this thing, you wouldn't even be. Now, you might see a quick yay when somebody signs up, like whoopee. Woo! I am so happy and grateful. But mostly, you're not even, somebody tell me no, you're going to see my brain pattern still doing like this. If you were to hook me up to the thing, you're not even going to be able to tell somebody told me no, because my mindset is just, are they open? Now, when it comes to this whole thing about social media, a lot of people get it twisted because they think reaching out to cold market is spam. Like we talked about earlier this week, intelligence is the ability to make distinctions, y'all. Let me tell you what spam is. Spam is when you assume the position of a prospect with no evidence. That's spam. You're spamming them when you come to them and just assume they want it, right? Like the spam is this. You go up in a bar and you're like, hey, you want to get married? Because that's what all young men are after. They go to the club, like, hey, you want to get married? See, what you just did was spam. Now, what if instead you walk in there and be like, hey, are you here alone? Can I buy you a drink? Now you're seeing if they're open. Does that make sense? So with this social media thing, write this in your notes, somebody, and share this with somebody who needs more leads when it comes to their, I know this person's in Nove, but no matter what business you are, write this down. 3 questions everybody has when they open up your inbox on social media. 1, do we know each other? Tell me I'm lying. Ain't that the first thing you ask yourself? 1, do we know each other? Second question is always, why me? Why are you reaching out to me? Right? This is just good game for you. And then 3rd, what's this about? So here's what you do to cold market on social media without being creepy, right? Now, I gave you a little bit of game if you have a regular business earlier, right? That was the first question we answered, right? Now I'm giving you some game if instead of a brick and mortar, you have a click and order, right? Check it out. Do we know each other? Why me? And what's this about? So what if you hit them up like this? Hey, I know we don't know each other. Just answer question number 1. I know we don't know each other. I see you're, and then you give them a reason, a waitress. I see you live in Ohio. I see you live in Texas. I'm building a team in Texas. I work with a lot of waiters. I work with a lot of waitresses. Hey, I see you drive Uber. I work with a lot of Uber drivers. I just wanted to see if you're open to taking a look at what I do to make money on the side. If not, no big deal. How simple is that, y'all? How simple is that? Now, when you're on Facebook on your computer, it even shows you messages from people who ain't in your inbox, who aren't friends. Did you know that? Now, if you didn't, you might want to go check, because if you got a home-based business, you probably got all kinds of people trying to reach out to you and you don't even know their message is there. But there's a whole separate box. So sometimes people may not respond to that message right there, which again was like, hey, I know we don't know each other, but I see you're living in Atlanta, man. I work with a lot of people in Atlanta. I was just curious to see if you were open to taking a look at what I do on the side to make money, ? If not, no big deal. Give them a way out. Give them a way out. You always give them a way out. That way they can be themselves. That way they can just kick whatever lie they're going to kick and then slide on out. We're just looking for volunteers, baby. But here's the good news. How hard is it for you to copy and paste that message? Now, here's what you never do. Never send this message to somebody that said network marketing, because they eat their young. They cannibalize each other. They're going to screenshot you and tell everybody how lame you are and how this is not how you. All you're doing is talking like a human being. And what human beings want to know is, yo, do I know you? Right? Why are you reaching out to me? And what's this about? Does that help somebody out there? Hey, I know we don't know each other. I see you're a waitress. I work with a lot of waitresses. I wanted to see if you're open to taking a look at what I do to make money on the side. If not, no big deal. If that helps you, somebody say cold market. Somebody say cold market if that helps you just now. If that helps you just now. If that helps, somebody say cold market. We here? Man, come on. Y'all preaching in these comments. Y'all preaching in these comments. Come on. Come on. Man, I love it when y'all get busy in the comments like that. Come on, Shalonda. Let them know, Queen. All right, so I hope that was helpful. I hope that was helpful. It's affirmation time, y'all. Decent free coaching Friday, right? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tonight at 7 p.m. is the big reveal. Tonight at 7 p.m. is a big reveal. Make sure you go to millionaireminded.com. Join the newsletter. What other announcements? Communication Pro is sold out. We'll definitely see everybody May 21st through the 23rd. Communication Pro is sold out now. Can't wait to see all of you in the house. All right, and it's affirmation time. The last thing, I'm tripping if I don't say this. Check it out, y'all. If y'all want to join the text message, text at MillMind to 81010. Y'all were quiet out there today. Oh, there were some questions that we didn't cover in the comments, though, huh? There were some questions we didn't cover. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on going after we do the affirmations. We'll go through a couple more questions because there were some more that came in on YouTube. That's right, Bryant. Man, tell him. Oh, man, my man, Coach Bowens is in the house. It's a good day, baby. Congratulations on your new trucking business, my brother. I don't know how many of you are interested in business credit and understanding credit, but you definitely want to holler at that brother right there. Okay, y'all. It's 8 o'clock, so it's time for us to get busy. It's time for us to get busy. It's affirmation time. All right, millionaires, repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. I am so